So how did Driving Lolita start? Well, very simple really. I woke up one morning and realised how chronically bored I was of the music that I was making, the way I was making it, even the way that I played it, everything to do with what I was doing. I really kind of got off on that real organic, rough around the edges sound and feel, and decided that, you know, I wanted to kind of take that vibe and try and create something, you know, brand new with it. And my head instantly geared towards more of a live sound, more of a band sound, more of an edgy rock and roll type sound, you know. I had a friend who I met through mutual friends called Abra Hafiz. He's a guy who's, you know, he's been in the game for quite a while. Abs definitely knows, you know, what's going on in the world of, you know, rock and roll. You know, he's wearing the Stars and Stripes proudly. And when I played him everything that I had made, you know, he instantly got it. You know, he understood the direction I was going in, you know, and what I wanted to achieve with the music. And as a result, everything he played just literally just fitted. Do you know what I mean? It just worked perfectly in context.
Dee gave me a call to come into the studio, and I wrote some music, and there you go.
Within about 6 months, I had a massive palette of instrumentals, all waiting and all, you know, crying out for a vocal, a voice. Eventually, I came across one lady called Graziella.
I think the way Dee came up with the concept of the tracks and stuff, it was quite hard hitting and you know, full throttle. So, you know, I was able to use that and sum it all up with, you know, the sex and the anger and the power. It's quite powerful. I incorporated a lot of blues vocals into it, which kind of made me more attracted to the whole scenario, because I've always wanted to be, you know, blues singers, you know, coming from hip hop, jazz and blues myself.
Last November, which is November 2011, we decided to start road testing the material. So essentially debut the band and debut the live show. We did our first gig at the Nest in Dorset. Small, sweaty, little den, you know, in the depths of East London. And essentially, you know, Driving Lolita as a band, as a live show was born. Graziella wrote a lyric called Driving Lolita.
We didn't even have a name at first. I think Dee came up with something like Dee and the Bandits or something. And I was trying to be cool, I was trying to be nice, like saying, oh, that's a good name, I really like it. But inside I was like, oh my God, what's this guy on?
As soon as I heard the words, you know, I instantly thought of sex.
Sex.
Lust.
Funk.
Rage.
That's fire, that's dope, that's cool.
The danger of losing your innocence.
I'm gonna be quick, don't worry, I'm always quick in the bedroom.
And the ride that you go on in life, which allow you to have the experiences, to feel those emotions, you know? And I think everyone can relate to those emotions because everyone goes through those experiences. And to me, that totally epitomized what we were trying to achieve.
Every day I'm being taken back to, you know, where Decode is bringing the music from, and it's quite nostalgic at the same time, because, you know, there's a lot of like sort of jungle isms in there.
We've touched on punk, we've touched on rock and roll, we've touched on 90s dance, we've touched on some, you know, alternative indie. You know, we've got a bit of everything in there. It's a collage of everything we think is cool about music. And some are dark, some are light, some are happy, some are sad, you know, but everything's got this element of fuck to it, and I love that.
The thing that turns me on about Driving Lolita is sex appeal. Dee, Gratz and Tom are all pretty sexy people, and there you go.
Screaming crazy talk. You're just screaming crazy talk. Screaming crazy talk, crazy talk.
Dee asked me down to the studio he was working at, and played me some throbbing fucking tunes, which were pretty awesome. It's nice to sort of be amongst a bunch of, you know, like-minded and passionate people and just create as much noise as we can, really. It's nice to sort of get into a room and not be directed by Dee, but let him guide your direction. Does that make sense? It does, sort of, yeah. So yeah, it's nice to have someone who's pushing you to do something further than what you originally had in your mind.
You know, we're very passionate about our music, and it means a lot to us. You know, it's something which is sacred to us. So when it comes to us creating music, it's got to be the best of the best. You know, it's got to have the highest degree of opulence to it, and it's got to be something which we can all look back at and listen to in 10 years' time and still get that same feeling that we got when we made it.
If he ever phones anyone up, or any of you up who are listening, or you get to talk to him, and the first thing he says to you is, "I've been thinking, bruv," exit the conversation as quick as possible.
Something sacred. Something sacred. Something sacred.
I think we've got a killer live show. I think Driving Lolita has a killer live show.
The live shows we've done have been really fucking mad this year. We've done Hackney, we've done Bingley, we've done India, we've done everywhere, and the scale has been massive and it's been awesome. But then the gritty, smaller shows are wicked. It's full on, it's passionate, it's loud, it's heavy, it's in your face.
That excitement, that sense of something being greater than the sum of its parts, that's what I see and that's what I feel.
We do the same thing like any sort of family would do behind scenes. We will squabble, we will go over the tracks, we will try and, you know, we'll debate about what's happening, but when we get on stage, it's kind of when it all just relaxes and lets go, and we all just give it our 100%.
The faster you run, the harder I'll come. Run now. Full force, but the chase is on. Run now.
I've always had this real deep burning desire to thrill people with sound and with music, and if I manage to achieve that with Driving Lolita, that's my job done.